Okay, so we are at the end of the webinar, and I would like to give you a short summary. So Patricia Mejías Moreno gave an overview in her presentation of irrigation in the context of climate change and of adaptation and mitigation options. We learned that irrigated agriculture plays a significant role in global food security, providing 40% of the food produced globally, but also a major part of the water, 70% of water withdrawals worldwide. Main climate change impacts to irrigation are the change in precipitation patterns that cause increased intensity in rainfall events and floods and droughts, the increasing air temperatures, which cause increased evapotranspiration and evaporation from water bodies, and rising sea levels, which cause salinization of water resources. Adaptation options for irrigation could be determined through a systematic climate risk screening, impact and vulnerability assessment, and adaptation option assessment in the specific local context. Climate proofing is the key to ensure that appropriate climate change responses are included in investment plans for agricultural water development. Adaptation options fall in different categories: policies, investments, crop and water management, and can be structured at 3 levels. First level, at the farm level, for example, the introduction of efficient irrigation technology to reduce evaporation. Secondly, at the irrigation scheme level, for example, improvement of scheme. At the irrigation scheme level, we have, for example, the improvement of scheme operation and irrigation schedules. And at the watershed, river basin, or national levels, we have, for example, weather forecasting and early warning systems. The main mitigation options, that is greenhouse gas reduction emission reduction, options for irrigation are the crop and soil management. As irrigation is relatively input intensive, the mitigation effects are usually greater than in rain-fed systems. And also replacing fossil fuels for groundwater abstraction and treatment of non-conventional water by renewable energy sources such as solar power. During the questions and answer sessions, participants asked about the potential of irrigation to support food security under climate change, especially in dry areas. Patricia underlined the need for sustainable management practices, the needed to support improved water management, as well as cross-sectoral collaboration between different responsible agencies, for example, ministries, is very important to manage water, especially taking care of sustainable use of water resources. Often water harvesting is the most cost-efficient option. In the second presentation, Vinay Nangia presented supplemental irrigation as a climate-smart irrigation option for dryland farming. Considering the expected climate change impacts on rainfall patterns, supplemental irrigation can often be a suitable adaptation option that allows to respond to droughts, including prolonged dry spells and erratic rainfalls, and to perform early planting despite late arrival of rainfalls to avoid terminal drought. To be sustainable and effective, supplemental irrigation should be combined with other farm management practices and inputs such as land preparation, fertility and pest management, and choice of adapted crop varieties. Participants asked about the cost effectiveness of supplemental irrigation as well as the upscaling potential. Cost-effective examples of supplemental irrigation have been implemented by ICARDA.